which breakthroughs have led to the situation that humanoids are viewed as such a big promise and are all over the place in media and news. In today's episodes, we're going to dive into this question and venture into the different aspects that are boosting the humanoid story.
Automation Awakenings, your weekly dose of best practices for logistics automation.
Welcome back to another episode of the Automation Awakenings podcast with myself, Matthias, and as usual, also with Oliver Zuchowski.
Hello, welcome also from my side.
Yeah, welcome also from our studio, still here on site, and with a very interesting topic that is following the previous humanoid episodes that we had. And in our last episode, we discussed the evolution of humanoids, right, Olli?
Yes, correct. We are still chasing the hype of humanoids. And what we already found out that there were early developments in the late 30s, 40s, 50s. Then for a long time, small steps were done, to summarize it a little bit. And then something happened. We see that there must be some changes in the last years that now are firing up this hype of humanoid robots. And today we're going to find out what happened.
Exactly. That's a great conclusion and a great preview. So, as Olli correctly mentioned, we see those three evolution steps of humanoid robots. The simple walking that was initiated in the 70s, 80s. We then had a second big evolution step that was all about simple intelligence combined with walking, of course. That's around the 2000s. And then in the 2010s, and especially also today, we are in a third evolution phase, the high intelligence and walking phase. So this is where we are. And I cannot recall humanoids being a big topic back when I was in high school. And I cannot remember it being a big topic 5 years ago when I already been in logistics automation, but it somehow feels that they are on the top of everyone's agenda when it comes to automation tech. So what happened and what are maybe the breakthroughs in technology, in maybe also in funding, in research that have led to this evolution?
Yes, I think we are coming now into a phase where these robots are popping out of the TV screen from science fiction movies like Star Wars, for example. The famous golden robot, I still remember, which was actually a human inside, but okay. Still, it was the dream.
Did you check that actually?
Yeah, of course, it was a human.
It was a
This
human?
was,
Okay.
I don't know, 50 years ago or so.
Okay.
So it was a human. And now these robots are stepping out of these science fiction movies and are actually working, although there's no human inside, at least to what we know. And who knows, there might be some fakes here and there, but in general, we are coming towards working humanoid robots, right?
Yeah, totally. So let's talk about the breakthroughs. And I think there is a lot of technology advancement that happened. As we mentioned earlier, humanoids are a really big combination of different fields of academia. So we have mechanics, we have electronics, we have artificial intelligence, we have sensing, and we have actuation or actuators that are playing a big role.
And battery.
Yes, exactly. And battery that is coming on top of that. And I think that in probably all of these fields, there's been tremendous advancement, tremendous progress in the last 10 years, probably, that has been, of course, firing up also the vision of humanoids, becoming, utilitarian devices that we can use in logistics.
Yeah, that seems for me like we were working on every puzzle piece in an isolated way. For example,
Yeah.
let's take the battery. We are working on that since a long time for different kind of applications. A big focus was, of course, on electric automotive, yeah, this sector. But thanks to these advancements, now it seems that all these puzzle pieces come together in this one masterpiece
Yeah.
where we actually use all of these advancements in one solution, in one device, and this is the robot.
Yeah. Totally agree. But this alone probably wouldn't be the success factor. As a standalone. So this would not be the big change. There is one more dimension that comes into play, and I think that's all about the attention that this topic is now getting from very famous companies. Let me mention Tesla here, right?
Sure, right.
I mean, there couldn't be more of a spotlight onto humanoids after Elon Musk having them walking around at the We Robot event, and with his bold plans to deploy them and scale them in Tesla factories. So this attention that is brought to this particular technology, to this particular type of robot, is attracting talent, and it's attracting funding, actually.
Oh, yes.
And funding is probably one of the keys here because, as we mentioned earlier, it's a very, very complex device where we are still touching boundaries of technology, right? So especially with the sensing and actuation, to resemble a humanoid hand or limb, resembling human hands or feet. Yeah, I bet this is costing a lot of money in development, and this is exactly where funding and the belief into this technology that, and now we are looping back, is attracted by guys like Elon Musk, is helping a lot.
Ah, that's very interesting. I never seen this perspective on humanoids. So again, Elon Musk is pushing a crazy technology towards real usage.
It feels like that that the attention was caught by these kind of influencers, let's call them like that, or leaders, industry leaders that are really believing into this. And now they, of course, pull the big mass of others to also believe into it and to, buy shares of these companies, provide funding, do whatever is needed to make this big in the end.
Yeah, because, and I think everyone would agree on that, if these robots really work and finally take over tasks which at the moment a human is doing, the potential is incredible.
It's immense. It's
Yeah.
immense. It's gonna be disruptive if it's gonna be realized exactly the way that we envision it to be realized. Yeah, and maybe finally let me mention a last breakthrough that I see, and it's coming a little bit also with this attention topic. But from what I see and perceive is that there is also way more collaboration now between industry and academia on the topic. So universities like Waseda University that we mentioned in one of our earlier episodes has been pioneering this field since the 70s, right? So they are basically still laying the foundation for many questions, especially also, moving around moral and ethics, right? At the moment, so we are maybe moving a bit away here from pure mechanic and electric questions into also this field. And also where academia is of course supporting is doing early stage developments, early stage tests, to pave the road for industry adopters, or maybe companies who are industrializing this knowledge then by producing a robot that is of course using all of that pre-work.
Wow, Matthias, when I hear all that, it seems to be like the ultimate solution of mankind, which is developed. We are using a lot of different disciplines, technologies, and even academic work, and everything at the end results in a device.
Yeah.
That's somehow crazy to imagine.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the same happened with airplanes and with space shuttles and stuff, right? So there was again also a really close collaboration between academia and industry, right, to a certain extent. And probably this is why the field for the growth and the evolution of this technology is so great at the moment, because it feels like a lot of puzzle pieces are falling into place now with all of those technological advancements, with the right attention, the right funding, and also the right collaboration between industry and academia to push this topic forward. It feels like everyone is seeking for it. It feels like everyone is really pushing into the same direction, and usually that is a big success factor for the adoption and of course evolution of new technologies, as with the humanoids at the moment.
That means we are really lucky to witness exactly this phase now, and not the very early stage tryouts 50 to 80 years ago, which were rather toys, let's say.
Exactly.
Like that. And now it's really becoming reality.
It does, yeah. Same as the move away from cassettes to MP3. We also witnessed that, right, Ollie?
Wow, we are witnessing so many revolutions, and there are more to come.
Yeah, and there's also more good content to come from Automation Awakenings, of course. So in the next episode, we're gonna dive a bit more into early adopters of humanoids in the logistics industry. We're gonna talk about use cases. We're gonna talk about humanoid providers that are already in the field. So we hope you're gonna tune in next week again for another episode. We hope you follow us on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Spotify, and also on Apple Podcasts. And we wish you a great rest of the day. Take care and hear you soon.
Yes, hear you next Monday. Bye-bye.
This was another episode of the Automation Awakenings podcast. Visit us at automation-awakenings.com.